All right, these are 20 things I don't like about the 2023 Colorado ZR2. So no particular order or importance or anything. Here we go. All right, first thing, no auto hold on the truck. This is a $53,000 truck. In 2023, I feel like that should come on a truck of this trim level. This is just a parking brake. I have a friend who has a 2022 Nissan Altima, and even that has auto hold feature on it and stuff though. Basically, auto hold is so when you're sitting in traffic, you have your foot on the brake, but if you take your foot off the brake, the truck does not move or the vehicle doesn't move until you give it gas. It's basically kind of like a temporary parking brake and stuff though. Anyway, I feel like a 2023 high trim level ZR2 truck should have that. All right, another thing I don't like is that there's no quick camera button. So basically when you're driving around, you want to back up or something real quick, or you're trying to miss a curb or something like that though, there's no quick camera button. I know up here you have the headlights, that you can get to the headlights really quickly. There should be a camera button and stuff though, that's right up here. You hit the camera button and it brings up, you know, the cameras really quickly if you want to see a particular view. Now, usually the camera button is on the second page of the infotainment center. You can move these basically by long pressing, holding it down, and then moving it around. So what I've done is actually move the camera button, you know, as quick access as I could to putting it right there basically. But usually it's over here. It's just too many moves to have to go up here, swipe around, click the camera button, and then choose the view that you want and stuff. I feel like there should be a quick camera button either up here or somewhere down here. You can just push and it immediately comes up and stuff though. A lot of other cars that have rear view camera stuff though had that function stuff. I think for $53,000 you should have that, especially on this trim level. All right, another thing while we're in the car is the plasticky interior. This is plastic, hard plastic here and stuff though. So I just think for the ZR2, the higher trim level and stuff though, I know they have the leather here. I feel like maybe it should carry over to here to the top and stuff. Even if this was maybe black or something like that, that's fine or whatever. But just a lot of plastic on the truck and stuff though. Also on the exterior too as well. And you know, on the sides and stuff, a lot of plastic and stuff though. Even outside, this is plastic, maybe a hard ABS plastic, but still plastic. These little vents, same thing. Just a lot of plastic on the truck and stuff though. Maybe that's good for wear and tear. You know, it's easy to replace. It's easy to, you know, get it fixed or something like that. But I kind of prefer, especially on the interior, more, you know, soft touch materials and stuff though. I'm not saying it's horrible, but I just feel like for $53,000, maybe, you know, carry this leather, you know, maybe or something like that up on the door panels or something like that. Maybe not the dash, but just a lot of plastic interior. All right, next thing are the air conditioning vents being really low. You have, I guess, 4 air conditioning vents. You have 1, 2, 3, and then the one on the driver's side and stuff though. These vents are really low. Here in Texas, it gets hot as hell. Yesterday it was 107 degrees, super, super hot. So when you get in the truck, you want to turn the air conditioner, you want to kind of blow in your face to cool you down and stuff though. These vents are so low, it kind of hits you more kind of like in the belly button or the chest or the moobs for some of you guys. And basically you just want it to blow right in your face and kind of cool you down really quick. These vents being really, really low, it you know, you can't really aim it up high enough to kind of really cool your face down or your head down and stuff though. So, but I will say this, it does work pretty well and stuff though. I just wish the vents were, I don't know where they'd put them, I don't know as far as suggestion, but I just wish maybe they were higher up or something like that, or maybe up here and then you could move this down, you know, this whole area. I'm not sure, but air conditioning vents being low. Another thing is this all windows down switch. You hit it, all 4 windows go down, but you can't make them go back up. You have to manually come over here and then like raise each one and stuff though. So another thing is too, they're not all 1 touch up, 1 touch down stuff though. So you have to, actually they are 1 touch down, but just not 1 touch up. So you have to hold all 4 switches to get them to come up. I feel like this should be a 2-way switch. So you can get them all to go down, all to go up. That would be nice. Next thing is no home link. No, for garage door opener or something like that. I feel like you should have that too. I feel like a lot of cars should have that today. It's 2023, once again, especially on this trim level, $53,000 vehicle. I feel like you should have it. My friend's Nissan Altima at $30,000 has it and stuff though. So I feel like that's just something that should be on there, you know, basically like the garage door, the home link or something like that and stuff though. So another one with the maps. So you turn on the maps, kind of comes up where you're at and stuff though. Love the screen, super sharp. This looks like a computer screen as far as just the resolution stuff though. Looks really good, but there's no way to zoom the map. Like this is just the volume control, and these obviously are for the air conditioner. This is for the 4-wheel drive. There's no way to, a lot of cars have like a dial you could zoom in and out, and it would basically you know, take your position and zoom you in and out and stuff though. This basically, the only way you can do it is you got to do it with your fingers. So zooming in and stuff though, or you have to hit this tiny tiny little 1 by 1 centimeter plus or minus button to basically do it. That's difficult to do while you're driving down the road and you want to zoom in the map to kind of see where the next street is or something like that. You got to actually do it with your physical fingers. So it'd be nice if there was like, you know, like maybe this dial turned or something or jogged and you could zoom in and out and stuff though. That would be nice. Next thing is the back seats. They don't fold down and stuff though. It'd be nice if the seats folded down. This is basically I have a dog, so I put this on here. It's basically just like kind of like a dog mat, basically. I believe this is like $39 on Amazon, kind of cheap one. Fits really well, fits on the sides and stuff like that, pretty nice. But anyway, but the seats don't fold down. So I know these do fold up and there is like the jack for the truck and stuff like that underneath there, but it would be nice if maybe these fold down flat. What's funny is you can fold these down, which you think, you know, it would fold down and like hide underneath the seat, just give you maybe a little bit more room, maybe not. I know it's a mid-sized truck, it probably wouldn't give you much room, but and maybe there's no reason for them to fold down, you know, maybe this is a bit more space than what you would have if they're folded down. I don't know, but I just wish maybe there's more space underneath and then maybe they fold down. Maybe not, maybe that's kind of petty. Next thing is the side, the storage basically. There's not much storage here and stuff though. I guess you could put your cell phone, let me see. You could put your cell phone there, but the thing is actually it's very difficult to kind of get out, especially while you're driving because it's tucked so far back behind you. It's kind of like, you know, trying to reach back behind your hip, you know, to try to dig it out of there and stuff though. But I guess it's some storage for something, maybe a wallet or something like that. This is very small. This is just your average water bottle. It kind of barely fits in there. You can also see I brought a normal cup. Take that out. This is just a cup from you know, Taco Bell. Look at that, barely fits in there. Basically pretty tight and stuff. Anyway, I just wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't want it to spill and stuff in there. So these cup holder, or the storage here is pretty small. People bitched about that and stuff. I guess that's common or whatever. I know you do have these cup holders which will fit like a normal size cup. Kind of see, same thing with the back. But I wish there's just a little bit more storage in the truck and stuff though. This isn't, once again, this is a mid-sized truck, so these are probably small grievances, but I just think for 2023 with CAD Auto Design, they designed these trucks, I could figure out, you know, how to put up more storage and how to utilize the space better. Another thing is no power seat for the passenger. At this trim level, being the ZR2, $53,000, I feel like you should have a power seat. Once again, my friend's Nissan Altima, $33,000 car, $30,000 car, has power passenger seat. This is, you know, kind of old school. You got to squeeze it up there and slide it forward and back. Then you have, you know, the tilt and stuff though. I feel like it should have power seat passenger. Another annoying thing is this light right here. This basically is the light that comes on if you disable the I guess the front collision warning or whatever, or detection or something like that. It's really annoying because you can be driving and then you get a red flash on the dash, I guess through like a HUD system, and it's, you know, it's annoying. It's really loud. It also kills the music that's playing on the radio and stuff though, and it flashes for like 2 or 3 seconds. It's pretty loud, then goes away. So to turn all that off, that annoyingness, when you do that, it gives you this warning light to let you know that hey, you've turned this off. It's like, I know I've turned it off. I'm the one who's done it. I don't think we need a warning light on there. It's just kind of confusing. It makes you feel like, is that a check engine light? What is that? Why is that on? You feel like there's a problem. It's not. It's just basically another warning saying that you've turned it off. We don't need that. It's kind of annoying. All right, next thing is the horrible gas mileage. This has been talked to on the forums. I know people complain about it and stuff though. You think this being a turbo 4-cylinder, and in 2023, we kind of figured out, you know, how engines work and how to make them more efficient and stuff though. I also only have 319 miles. Someone said, you know, once you get to 1,000, 1,200, you know, once the motor's broken in, it should get a little better. I just feel like we should have better gas mileage. Maybe that will happen. We'll soon to see and stuff though, but I would expect anywhere between maybe 19 or 20 miles per gallon at least, I would think. I know this is a big off-road truck, 33-inch tires, 3-inch lift. It's got the aerodynamicness of a city bus, so it's probably not going to get great. I'm not expecting, you know, 30,000 miles like you get out of a Nissan Altima, but I just figured a little bit better gas mileage. This is now 12.6. You know, I just figured, you know, maybe, you know, at least 16, 17 in the beginning, maybe 19 ultimately. All right, the next thing are these front fender flares. This has also been talked about too. I've seen some people have said that these, you can see like right here, like where it looks like the clip is coming out. Trying to push this as hard as I can and it still pops out. Same thing on this other side. So you can kind of see the fitment on this is not super great. It's a little harder with the shadow, but it's the exact same thing. So just these front fender flares, I guess, is what I've just noticed. I just feel like it should probably be like that rather than off, but I don't know if it's just a, you know, that clip is not catching or what, but I've seen that on 3 or 4 other ZR2 specifically. People have the same problem, so maybe petty or whatever, but just I noticed it. All right, back in the cab. basically these lights, these dome lights and stuff, they're kind of like an ugly yellow halogen light. I wish they were LED. It'd be kind of nice when you turn them on at night, kind of casts like an ugly yellow halogen light inside the car and stuff. Though they are very bright and does light at the inside, which is nice. Just kind of an ugly light, you know, pretty petty, whatever. But what I plan on doing is taking this lens off, and actually I'm going to coat it with like a red filter. Basically it's just like a kind of like a car tint, but it's like red, like a light red. So when you turn it on, it's just a soft red glow inside the car instead of this white. It's a little easier on your eyes, especially late at night and stuff, and you turn it on, but it still will be appropriate. Here's the next thing, this roof antenna. This thing is probably 8 or 9 inches long. That's what she said. But basically, I don't feel like it should be this tall. So when you pull it into your garage and stuff though, a lot of times it's like dinging this, or when you go out, it does the same thing if you just have a normal size garage. I feel like this could just be the antenna. I have another vehicle that has, you know, obviously an exterior antenna, and it's just the size of this little housing. Why couldn't they just do that? Like, why in 2023 do we need a huge, you know, long dangly antenna? I feel like, you know, we have the technology to probably make this a little bit better, but long antenna, kind of annoying. Especially going into like parking garage. I've gone into a parking garage, you know, where it's gotten caught and stuff though. So when I picked this up, actually it's supposed to have the blacked out decal badge, which would be this black Colorado badge. It didn't have that. They said they basically didn't put it on at the factory. The dealer has sent me the correct one, but they said only because the factory didn't have them to put them on, so they just did this one in the meantime. Whatever, I guess that'll get resolved. Not a big deal, but you know, have to deal with that. Just another thing actually I noticed about the truck, just didn't like. Another thing with just only one interior color option, which is just this gray with the yellow stitching and stuff and everything. I know this is supposed to match, I guess, the Silverado, ZR2, kind of, you know, going with the motif of that and stuff. Though it'd be nice if they at least maybe had just like an, you know, an all black or darker one and stuff. I would prefer that. With the tint nowadays, you can tint the windows and stuff like that. Radiant barrier or whatever tint reflects a lot of the heat. So even having a black interior, it wouldn't be that hot. Air conditioner works great and stuff. I think you'd be absolutely fine. Some guy in Minnesota probably wouldn't care about that. I'm down here in Texas. I know it gets hot, but I still would prefer a black interior or darker interior if given the choice. Not that the gray is bad, just you know, not my first choice, maybe my second or third. All right, another thing I kind of talked about with the plasticky and stuff, those like these little vents are plastic. I feel like they could have maybe been real. Would have been nice, like say if this was actually cut out, you know, and actually the air flowed through here and into the wheel well, it would look kind of nice. Just these plastic front vents, you know, kind of cheesy or whatever. You know, I do love the front of the truck. I know a lot of people do. It does look very aggressive and it looks great and everything. So, but just these being just kind of plasticky and kind of like a fake or whatever, it'd be nice if they actually went all the way through. Just kind of add to the aggressiveness, especially the ZR2 and at this trim level. I know the Trail Boss and the others kind of have the same kind of little plastic thing, but I just feel like it would look kind of cool. All right, back on the inside again, another thing is there's nowhere to plug in a radar detector and stuff though. So it's just like, I guess we'll have to wait till you can get a power tap to tap into a pier or something like that. But right now there's nowhere to plug in a radar detector. So the only place there's not here where there normally is in most cars. You have to go inside the console, and then down here at the very bottom, there's actually a plug right there. So basically you'd have to plug in there, run it out through here, close this down, run the cable through here up, and then plug it in. It's just kind of a mess, a lot of cables and stuff everywhere. Even if you wanted to, you know, run a wire, you'd have to come all the way down and through there, and then maybe in here. Just kind of a pain in the butt and stuff though. It'd be nice if they just, you know, kind of kept the traditional one right there, a power outlet or something like that, you know, whatever. It wouldn't be in the way or any of that kind of stuff. So no power outlet, easily accessible. All right, one of the last issues is the high transmission temperature and stuff though. So it's 91 right now. I've got pictures actually all inserted in here that I've driven around when it's like 108, 109, 107, driving around and still get the high transmission temperatures. This is just driving around town. This is driving on the highway. I'm not pulling anything, not towing anything, just normal everyday driving and stuff though. So I feel like the transmission temperature is kind of high. I mean, actually I can see it kind of fluctuating right now as I'm talking. So that just seems kind of high. A little concerning. Be interesting to see if that caused any problems or what Chevy does about that. Just another thing, specing these trucks, this is, I guess, kind of the black chrome tip exhaust pipe and stuff though. Probably not worth it. I think they charge $195 on the website when you're specing it out and stuff though. You can see how it's put on there. You probably get this at Pep Boys or something like that for, you know, probably 20 bucks and stuff like that. Not a big deal. This truck came with it and stuff though, so I'm not complaining, but I just want to show people kind of what it looks like. You know, if you're considering it or your truck is coming with that, this is what it's going to look like. Not a big deal. Another thing is this piano black I guess, piece of trim here. This thing collects more fingerprints than the FBI Avis system. I mean, I'm constantly cleaning it, you know, wiping it down, trying to keep it nice. I know some people have done some mods. They've covered it either like with a wrap material, you know, to kind of match this camo design, which that looks kind of cool. You know, some people put plasti dip, done other things, stuff, which I think is just, you know, great ideas and everything though. I don't know what they could have done, but I mean, it does or will show scratches, and I mean, tons of fingerprints and stuff and everything once you know, just like touching the dials and stuff and everything. So constantly collecting fingerprints stuff though. You know, same thing I guess with the screen, but you know, I guess it's bound to happen. That's just another thing I've noticed. Anyway, that basically sums it up, I guess, for some of the things that I've noticed in the last 3 days, I guess, with the truck and stuff, though. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. Do I love it? Yes. I mean, all these little things are kind of nitpicky and stuff, though, but they are just things that I've noticed. Maybe other people will, though, too, as well. But I think for a 2023 truck at this trim level, at this price point, it should have some of these little issues addressed or fixed or whatever and stuff, though. But definitely the best-looking mid-size truck on the market right now in August 2023. Be interesting to see when the Tacoma and stuff comes out. I still like this over the Tacoma, otherwise I would have waited and got one of those. But great truck. You know, I love it. It's fun to drive. I didn't buy it for gas mileage, obviously. So, you know, don't care about too many of these things, but just some of the stuff I mentioned are just kind of the things like you'll live with as an owner of one of these trucks. And I think, you know, if you've got one on order and stuff, though, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun. You'll love it. I don't, you know, regret buying mine or any of that kind of stuff. So look forward to putting some miles on it.